Well, what comes to mind when I say apron? Well, maybe memories of your mom or your grandmother baking in the kitchen, or is it maybe images of June Cleaver strolling around with her pearl necklace and her apron? Well, whatever your memories may be, these aprons have a bold southwestern stitch. And our photojournalist Tori Garcia shows us what happens when Sassy meets classic, and it's made right here in Arizona.
The sounds of fabric meeting art.
It all started by accident. I was making a birthday present for Molly, my oldest. Molly's the cupcake queen. She loves to bake.
Susi being an art teacher for 30 years and an accomplished artist, what else would she make her cupcake queen?
I wanted to make her an apron, so I went to the store to get the material to go with that. It was like, whoa! All this incredible material. So I ended up coming home with more than just one. And so she ended up with 3 aprons.
As you can see, these aren't your June Cleaver style aprons. They are created right in Susi's house with one Singer sewing machine.
I like the fact that they're handmade, they're cut out individually. Everyone is different in some way. I find a theme such as the skulls for Dia de los Muertos, and I start with that, and somehow I just love polka dots. I love patterns and colors. It takes a lot of time. For one thing, I'm slow because I still do have issues with processing. It's kind of amazing that I made it through that crash. I was in a crash about 6 years ago, T-boned by a semi-truck driven by a drunk driver, and went through a lot with that. In the crash, I had a lot of brain trauma.
After years of rehabilitation, Susi finds comfort in her family, artwork, and sewing. But there's one surprise.
So I sit down at the sewing machine and I discovered that I couldn't even remember how to thread it. It was a challenge and it was very frustrating. I'd be crying, why can't I do this? I had to teach myself how to sew all over again.
Susi has always been an active, determined, and self-described stubborn lady, and she wasn't about to give up her life or art.
In this life, if you can't have fun, why bother?
Yes, there is no doubt that Susi's aprons are fun. They can make you smile, immerse you in their beauty, or conjure up memories of days gone by. Susi proclaims,
it's like, ta-da! Here I am. I can cook and I can throw a party and I have something you don't have. They're very original.
For Susi, the stitch to life is one thread at a time. And she still gets frustrated, but she knows when someone puts on that sassy apron, it will be a memorable moment.
While they are cooking, making special recipes, or just barbecuing for their friends, or making special dinner for their family, in the end, that's something special for them. And we all need to be really good to ourselves. Life is short.
Oh, you know you need one, or maybe 2 of those aprons, maybe even 3. You can contact Susi's Sassy Aprons by calling 480-518-5705. So glad aprons have made a comeback.